He'll sneeze coming.
I'm gonna stand up it. Welcome to the Lucky Ones podcast, the 10 to 20 minute Tuesdays tea time. I am joined with I'm joined. I don't know. I'm not sure which preposition to use. I'm an English teacher. I should know. I think it's with.
Fail.
Right? I'm joined with my co-host, Amanda Mad Max Marshall. We'll see if anybody else pops in or not. Huge shout out. The first shout out I want to do for our tea time is Casto for having Chef's Kiss service in Morgantown, West Virginia on Saturday. We heard the beginning of her sentences, the middle of her sentences, and the end of her sentences. And it was so great. It was such a beautiful experience. So that's the first shout out for this tea time that I needed to spill the tea about.
Well,
Good job, Casto.
a little passive aggressive.
Right. So if you missed it, 51 episodes in, that's all it took. And Casto has had great service. So good job. I think we're going. Yep, we are rolling. Hi Drew, welcome in. Hello Everett. Hello Michael Nance. Welcome in everybody. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so let's pull up the first big thing that we're going to talk about on this amazing fun little tea time is share my screen. The Jocelyn and Sarah Backman match at East versus West. So if you haven't watched it yet or you don't want to know, just cover your ears or peace out for a little bit and then you can come back. But Amanda, what do you think of this match?
Loved it. Those are, for me, female matches like really are like, as a female, I'm loving both of them, and you want to see someone you've idolized win, but you also like, oh, but it's our new girl, like we want her to beat her as well. But no matter what, Sarah is always about helping somebody to achieve that. And if I don't want to say if she's going to be the stepping stone to be knocked down or pushed to the side, that she's going to put it up, but she's going to be the person to help you battle to get you there. So win or lose, Sarah's still in your corner. So, but it was that third match when she was hooked in for a minute. I was screaming. I was like, holy shit, but it was intense and I loved it. I wish Jocelyn would have got more praise and, feedback from the crowd. It kind of just sounded like it was dull after she got a win. So I think she needed more of an applause,
Definitely.
And I'm waiting for her next match. Like, let's just go ahead and get it going. Like, come on.
Yeah,
we don't have time. Let's keep the women on the ticket.
Yep. So I've seen a lot of people tag her in wanting her to have a match with Gabby. And that makes sense down the road. I don't think it needs to be the next. I don't think it needs to be the next one. And she, she stated who she's wanted next, and so I think that that's important to respect the pullers and the athletes and what they think that what their rank matches need to look like. So I think that they'll definitely be. And then obviously nothing slowing Sarah down. She has, except for
phenomenal.
And so her performance just going up against in the open class is just awesome. It was just absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like Neil Pickman said, like her strength and her attacking is so wide range that she has to sometimes compete with an upper weight class because she can do it. So kudos to Sarah for being well-rounded. I think Thea is right around that area too. So
I am very much looking forward to her and in a match with Thea. I think that if Jocelyn goes the route of Eglay, that Sarah could 100% go the route towards Thea, and us get a matchup there. That would be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, I like that concept too, but I definitely like seeing the women more matched up in equal weights and everything. But again, we have to climb a different
Thea
ladder,
said
and
that
it
she
is
would
what it
pull
is.
her now. I mean, Thea wants to pull Eglay at what Thea said at the end of East versus West 16. 16, I think. Was this
Yeah.
yeah, 16, that she wanted to compete in the 80-kilo class. So,
I would love to see that, but I definitely want to see Igle and Person next, which I believe that's what she said. Because
mhm.
even Jocelyn said, I will take the ladder as it goes. So if that's first and she wants Gabby, then so be it. I think we, of course, want to have a lady that can go with Barbara, and I think Jocelyn keeps going the route she's going, you know,
Oh yeah,
hopefully, girl, hopefully that would
you
be
got
freaking
this.
amazing.
She got
Yeah,
this. I
yeah.
truly believe. And that's what I think is important is and she said it in her exit interview, just because you don't see me getting followed around the gym doesn't mean that I'm not working. And I think that that's important. There are a lot of us who post on social media who use that as motivation either for ourselves or for others, and then there are others of us who you don't hear anything. It's crickets. They show up on game day ready to go, and you can
Yeah.
see that they put in the work behind the scenes. And I don't think there's a wrong way or a right way to do it, in my opinion.
No.
It's just whatever
Mm-mm.
you're comfortable with,
Well,
but
you
don't
have to
judge the other way the other person does
Yeah,
it.
prime example. It's just like a stay-at-home mom doesn't judge a working mom. The bottom line is if you're putting it on social media, eventually you're going to be earning some income. And if income is helping you promote yourself, which is helping you get to tournaments, then pat yourself on the back. And if you're doing it behind the doors where you don't, and that's just who you are, pat yourself on the back. No matter what, you're putting the work in, you're being recognized how you want to be recognized. Kudos to you. High five. I respect you.
My foot just cramped really bad, and I really thought about grabbing the massage gun, but then I didn't want that noise behind the scenes. So just know that if I'm making funny faces, it's because there's a huge foot cramp happening
Jayla,
right now.
other question is, does Eagle want to pull anyone? I'm pretty sure Eagle will pull anybody. To me, she's that type of person. Just from
JU.
watching, like she'll like, I'll take a match. Let's go. Just like Sarah, I won't turn it down as long as you're healthy and in shape and no injuries. Why say no?
Right. Yeah, I think the rumor mill right now is that because of her and Barbora's match, and her seeming kind of out of it, she didn't seem interested in arm wrestling much anymore. And so, but my thing with that match, that was a hard match to go into thinking getting in the right headspace for a match like that. I don't know. That's my opinion. I don't think that that's a good match to judge her on.
No, not at all, because I've seen her get a win, and not like a full win, but I've seen her get a win on Gabby. She's a great athlete. She's a great arm wrestler. And technical fitness wise, she's amazing. Just like Sarah and Fia, there's no negative.
Right.
I hate to not see her pull. Maybe I mean, like, she's strong as hell, you know.
Agreed.
So that kind of stinks. But think about this too. I don't know. What is like, how does the 176-pound man feel going up against a 200, we'll say 250 plus man? I mean, how do you guys feel
You
about
only
that?
have to go to Sean Hancock's new new weight classes to know exactly
Like
how
I'm
certain
saying,
people feel about being in a 20-pound difference, much less a over 100-pound difference,
I
to
mean,
know how
and
the men feel about that.
and realistically, that's what we women have to do. Like when I first came in, I was 198, broke the arm, got back up to like 224. So So let's say I'm pulling at 220 and the tiniest person that I've pulled is probably like 140. So how do you think they feel? Yeah, they still beat me, because they've been in the game longer, but that fear of injury has got to be there, you know? So I think that's why some women, when looking at the table, will go against, oh, she's bigger. Yeah, bigger doesn't always mean better. I mean, it really doesn't. You still have to put everything with it. So,
For
but
sure.
I mean, hell yes to Jocelyn. I was just glad this match finally happened because she was on vacation and traveling a lot. So I was like, hurry up and come back.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not going to be accused of being a bandwagon fan because I did not pick a winner for this on the show. I specifically said I wanted both ladies to walk to the table and walk away knowing that they did their best. And I think we 100% saw that Saturday. And kudos to Jocelyn, and I'm proud of her. I will say, like, I think the sound was just off because I know people who were there said the crowd went wild, but I was like, it was really quiet.
Oh, and like the only
That's what I
negative thing,
thought.
the only negative thing I did see why they were pulling is during and they could have just been off because mine was behind the whole time. So during the pulling, when they have the face of the individual's opponents up above, you had Sarah being Sarah, but you had Jocelyn being Mendagas. And I was like, listen, no offense to Mendagas, but Brasson's way prettier than you. Why am I looking at this? So I was like,
not
oh
in
my.
production, people will like I did sound in theater, and when production goes right, they are the most unsung heroes of an event. But when anything goes wrong with production, everybody notices. So I will say there was a lot that went right that they need to be praised for. There was stuff that they messed up on, and that's life. And so kudos to the production team for what y'all did correctly. Yes, people are going to be like, well, the mics, well, this. It's fine, y'all. Life moves on.
Yeah, it will get better. Please,
yes.
Produce it as constructive criticism. Say, yeah, the sound was a little off, but hey, visually it was amazing. I didn't really need to hear anything. I had music going in the background and just screaming my head off,
Right. No, my favorite thing about the event was the fact that I could rewind and start at the beginning, like 3 hours into the event, and that 15-minute or 15-second fast forward. Hated to see Lucky coming because I'm okay. They're pulling. Okay, they're pulling. That I love the app, Ingen. Thank you so much for that, and I appreciate the fact that I was able to go back and start watching and not wait that 24 hours to go back and start from the beginning.
I didn't do the app. I was on my laptop, and I was like, holy crap, I barely have time to run off and pee because the matches were coming right back up. And I was just like, I knew Hunter was 3 and 8, and I was like, okay, when do I break to go have lunch? Because I didn't know when everybody else was. No offense. I was just worried about my thing. And then I was like, I ran down there like, Cody's up. I was like, yep, I wanted to watch Cody. And like, boom, 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 bam, so I was like, God bless America. So I was like, I couldn't even get away close enough to be. I had to have my boyfriend at one time. I need you to sit there and watch it and call it out to me because I need a snack real quick,
Right.
And I think that's when Craig and John were up, and I was like, okay, okay. And then that was done pretty fast.
Oh yeah, good job, Craig. That was a great match. I was very proud. All right, moving on because we only got 6 minutes left of our turning into 20-minute tea time. I'm just gonna keep throwing out teas. This was another big match that happened Saturday. It was for California's #1 rank. This one was kind of near and dear because I pulled both of these ladies out in California.
And I'm coming back for Stephanie soon.
Yeah. We'll get to see Stephanie in the round robin here in a few weeks too. So I'm really excited. She took it 3-0. Definitely the top roll. I don't know what has gotten into Stephanie, but whoever taught her how to top roll, good job. I'm so proud of you because that was amazing. She took it and she powered through, and there wasn't a flop bridge. She never lost her hand. It was
Yeah,
a
that was
different
good.
Stephanie.
Yeah, we saw
So,
some
and
extra.
Autumn is no slouch. Autumn is very, very strong. I got to pull her last January and just really feel her outside of the strap. And so yeah, the Stephanie's keeping it outside of the strap one and never losing her hand. Those were both really two impressive things I saw.
Yeah, it was a good match.
For
The only thing
Stephanie to keep it out of the strap was what really amazed me because she's always going in the strap.
she
So
loves
for
the
her to keep
strap.
her wrist, and that was outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Definitely.
So, but Stephanie, watch out. You know, I was watching the video and I just think, you know, Autumn's her riser was dumped so much and why she couldn't get in there a good bit. She comes back and corrects it. I mean, because every time, and I don't know that maybe she was trying to do low hand top roll because sometimes that's how I think Carolina looks every now and then when she's getting to go, like definitely when she's getting set up in the ref's grip, she looks like she's sort of dumped. It's probably not, but just via camera. But I think it might be a low hand top roll, but that's what it looked like. And I think that's what hurt Autumn, but not taking anything away from Stephanie because again, it didn't go to the strap. She kept it in and it was nice. So congrats to our Lola.
Right? Good job. Oh, speaking of Lola, if anybody would like a large Lola shirt, Stephanie's gonna be replacing hers soon. So hit me up, let me know if you want a Lola t-shirt, and we will get it shipped over to you.
A t-shirt or like our jersey shirt?
The t-shirt.
What color? Which one?
I think it's the black one. Pretty sure it's black. I don't think her name's on the back. I think it just says Lola.
Yeah. So is she going down a size, Steph? Yeah.
Yeah, like she says this way. I think it's like 3 sizes too big. She's dropped down to mine size.
Yeah, I'm between I'm like men's medium and right between, just depending on the shirt. So it's like a small medium.
All of us done lost a freaking 10-year-old.
I'm probably not a 10-year-old. Shit, we probably have lost.
Together, we've lost a one. Like
how much is
everybody together? If we put the 3 of us together on, well, even the 4, because Casto's gone down too. If we put the 4 of us together, we lost a 198er.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
I feel like we lost more. How much have you lost total, Lucky?
116.
116. I'm 47 in the past 2 years, but this past several months, like at least 30 of it. So
I think well shoot, well then yeah, Stephanie's I think she's at the 50-60 mark.
I mean, so yeah, that's what
I'm 32.
Yeah, so
she's 32.
Yeah.
Holy crap,
we lost a heavyweight. We lost the heavyweight. Shit. How about this? I think that we lost a Belanger on my team. We lost the Bull. All right. We've lost enough to create another one of you. Probably not as nice as his calves. That's how I find him in a crowd. I don't need to see the shirt or anything. His calves, and he doesn't even do legs.
That's just sad. All right, we got a few seconds left. I want to go over kind of these matches. We have the ladies round robin coming up. Saturday we have Sharon Evans from the mainland. She's gonna lower mainland. She's gonna come on and tell us about female arm wrestling there. Real quick, for super matches that might fly under the radar because they're not on the big pay-per-views, I want to do like a fun, like I'm gonna show you the match and y'all gonna pick a winner. So, and even Lucky will pick one too, because sometimes people say I cheat because I don't pick winners, but I will pick a winner this time. So
shit. All right. I don't know Paige that well, but I'm gonna go. This was a tough one. I first want to say Kelly, but crap turds. I will go. I'll go 3-2 Kelly.
3-2 Kelly. Tasto,
Who is it again?
Paige Williams, and Kelly Bills.
Oh, I'm gonna go Paige Williams.
No,
I wanna go 3-2.
tiebreaker.
I was thinking at first but
Because
I just seen Kelly pulled more lately.
I've pulled them both.
Okay, well, see,
Okay,
I
well,
have not gotten the privilege of pulling Kelly yet. We have not matched up. I've half pulled Paige, and that she right hand, she is something else. I'm gonna go 3-2 Paige, but no disrespect to Kelly at all. I hope that I get to pull her in Michigan. So
yeah, because I thought she was going to do a little bit better at her last one. Kelly, did you lose the last one?
she took a clean
No,
sweep.
I think, yeah. Well, I might have been looking at somebody else's match.
She won it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it right or left-handed? I can't
It's
remember.
right. It's right-handed.
It's right. It's right-handed. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Paige.
Yeah.
I
think
no,
my
Paige,
opinion, but not without a full-on war.
I'm straight up guessing. I have no experience of touching any of those hands. Not yet. But hey, aren't both ladies going to be at Michigan? I believe Kelly is.
Yeah, and Paige was there last year, so I hope so. I hope we have a good turnout at Michigan for sure.
Yeah.
We did shout out some people already, but I did, again, great job to everybody who pulled on the 22nd in Pennsylvania. The gun show showed out and took both lightweight classes. So Jesselyn, great job there. They had and then of course Leerin and Nadia.
And let's definitely give a shout out to Lauren at
Yes.
Winter Blast, pulling amateurs and knocking it out. First of all, kudos to Leerin, period, at 98 at Winter Blast. Bitch, I know you were tired because you were never not on stage. And FYI, let us know. Like, did you have to make new packages to get your trophies home?
I actually did reach out to her to ask her about shipping the dragons, and she said that they were able to, because of his stuff and her stuff, they were able to get it on both the planes all the way to Colorado. So
Nice.
they were good. But Jesselyn pulled all 8 classes. So and placed in 6 of them, I think.
Was that was the chick with the pink bandana? Green bandana. Yep. Yeah. No offense, I kept calling you Kermit because I didn't know your name, and I was like, that's how I could identify you, because I was like, I don't know who this is. Give her name. And Nadia threw me off coming in with jeans and a t-shirt all pulled back. I'm like, who the hell is that? That just beat not freaking Leerin. And I was like, oh, then you can zoom in. I was like, dang it. She came in all dressed up and shit.
Drew said that Stephanie gripped up with Drew once, so that maybe he passed on the top hurl to her. Okay, Drew, we'll go with that, buddy.
Where are you from again, Drew?
He's in Vegas. So.
Oh, so he should be pulling with Camille more than anything.
There you go. There you go, Drew. Go train with Camille.
And isn't Latona's still out there right now? She hasn't come. She's supposed to be coming this side, but I think she's still Vegas as well.
Yeah, she needs to hurry her little self over here to the East Coast already.
Yep.
Sarah, get over here. Then we can hog all the Sarahs over here because Wilson's on this side of Canada.
We got Bachman.
Sarah Ray's in Texas, but it's still I can still consider it middle over.
She's closer to us than she is to y'all.
Exactly. And then we have Backman, and
nope, we get Sarah's son.
Where's the other Sarah? Anyway, so many Sarahs.
There's another one. I know there
is. Well, there's Latanya and Latoya.
Latona and yeah, there's 2 laws.
Yeah, there is.
The law crew.
Yeah, I both typically go to the Brezink Cup. I definitely, I've seen them there.
Definitely.
I thought it was LaFond. I thought it was Sarah LaFond.
LaFond.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting it.
Oh, he said both Latanyas have taught me plenty. So talking about Jeremy?
Yeah.
Is that her husband's name?
The other one, we just know the girls. We don't care about your spouses.
That's how I feel about it. I'm like, oh, I think it's
your other half.
that's not your that's not his name, my bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also all the matches for Mayhem have been announced. So you have Sarah Presnell and Mackenzie Redmond for North Carolina #1. We have Katie and Lisa right hand #3 North Carolina and left hand #5 Southeastern rankings. Woo! And then me and Mackenzie for bragging rights. So
Okay, so let's do a little quick on those. We'll go 2 more minutes. Who do we think is going to win those super matches?
all right, so first up is Mackenzie and Hannah.
That's right hand?
Right hand, yes.
Hannah, be ready for the speed. Crap. That's a tough one.
If Hannah can stop her, I think Hannah can take some rounds, if not all 3. But Mackenzie is so fast and sneaky with her hands that I think she's gonna catch. I think she's gonna get it.
Okay. Has Hannah and Lisa pulled before?
I think just in practice. I don't think they've pulled.
See, that's the thing. I guess I need better engagement on that. I personally would love to see more from Mackenzie in general.
No,
I know
they did. They did pull. They pulled at North Carolina at the games.
North Carolina, yeah.
All right, who won it? Oh, at the first Body Armors? Who won that one?
They pulled both hands, and Hannah won both hands.
So that can go either way with their best of 5. It'll either be 3-2 Mackenzie or 3-2 Hannah. They're both going to get a piece. So
I only see one of them winning one round. I think it's going to be 3-1.
I think it's going to boil down to who wants it more. And I don't know, Mackenzie might be a little hungry. I mean, I don't know. So
well, she wants that #1 spot, but I don't know if Hannah wants to stay there.
I'm probably going to go 3-2 Mackenzie, because Mackenzie's fast and she hooks a lot more than other women do. The rest of the women typically are top rollers.
Hannah's a top roller.
So Hannah can stop it and hit that speed. So
Jason, thank you, Drew. It's not Jeremy, it's Jason.
So
all right,
that's me.
And then
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Mackenzie on that one because of the speed.
Yeah.
I think Hannah will get one.
Yeah.
What do you say, Lucky?
I would agree. I agree with that. I think that I think Hannah will be able to stop her, but I think Mackenzie will make the adjustments and have the speed that she'll get 3 wins.
But this goes to the point too, where we talked about these are 2 athletes that are not really on social media. You don't see much about them. You only hear that afterwards, after they've done their one. So, or you've met them in person. So it's kind of hard to gauge them unless you've been practicing with them or somebody who's been practicing with them.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to go off the base of how I saw her take Lisa last time. So
right. She hasn't slowed down any. That's for sure. I'm going based off of the fact of how she beat Scarlett in Dawsonville in September.
Yeah, there's that too.
Because Scarlett and Hannah actually pull very similar, which I need that super match to happen already.
Well, I'm going more with Lisa because Lisa weighs more than Mackenzie, and that just goes to show you. And again, Hannah weighs more than Mackenzie, so I'm going based on she's already beat somebody that's a heavier weight class than she is.
True.
So she's not intimidated. She's not going to turn it down, and this is not insulting by any means. Everybody knows that. So yeah, I go.
All right. The right-handed North Carolina #3 match, Lisa versus Katie.
I'm giving Katie. Katie's probably gonna take her 3-0. Listen, I'm gonna tell you that, and this is her bold arm too. I'm telling you, and I got to pull with her a little bit. Breaking her arm didn't hurt her.
Oh no,
Didn't hurt her.
no. I haven't pulled her. I haven't pulled her since pre-break. But even based off of pre-break, having felt both of them, I think right hand 3-0. I think left hand 3-2, and Katie still takes.
Yeah. And the plus side is that this time these two are pulling in a more serious atmosphere with better refs. And preferably both ladies are taking it as serious as I know someone did and someone didn't. So I'm just gonna say it. Don't when you're coming up for your match, you're coming up for a title match. This is not a jab. This is being real. Don't come intoxicated. Don't come high. Please come with respect to your opponent. Okay? They deserve it.
Yes.
You gotta give it. Drink afterwards, man. You know? Because you were gonna use it as an excuse of why you lost. So show each other the respect and be on your game, man. We women need to see you on your game. Nobody's gonna take you serious, you know?
I agree.
So just do it afterwards. Hey, I understand having a shot beforehand. I understand that. I understand a little toke beforehand, but coming in way above limit, come on now. You're just asking to get yourself hurt and you're risking your opponent, and that's just not cool, man. It's not cool at all.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is you could hurt somebody else in the process as well too, especially if you're not paying attention.
Exactly. We already don't have enough women, so why are you trying to take you out?
Don't think I'm going to do that, please.
Don't hurt the numbers anymore. So, but yeah, I've got Katie 3-0 right. And I'll go I don't know. I'll go 3-1 left, still in Katie's favor.
Yeah, I'm thinking 3-2. I have to look at the match order. So if the left hand is first, 3-2. If the left hand is second, 3-0.
Are they gonna well, if the girl's gonna pull back to back, or are they gonna go
No, we're spaced out. So like Mackenzie's first match is like number 3, and then our match is 13.
Okay.
So and that brings us to the last match. Mackenzie versus Lucky. You won't hurt my feelings.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, Mackenzie. Everybody said I'm only gonna give it to Lucky. One, I've pulled a little bit of left on her, but no, we all know Mackenzie doesn't like pull left. That's not her arm. So whatever happens is gonna be new for us. So I might go like I mean, I don't know what the hell she does. I'm probably gonna go 3-2 Lucky, because Mackenzie may adjust to you.
Yeah. And that's what I see happening. Like, I mean, and I said it last week, 154 girls are very, very fast. And I need to work on that, and I need to get faster. And the other thing, is I know what a fierce competitor Mackenzie is, that like I'm not going into this being like, I'm undefeated on my left hand. I got this. Like, no, like if I'm losing my left hand undefeatedness, it's going to be to Mackenzie Redmond, point blank. Because I know how she trains. I know how she preps. I know when she gets hungry and wants something, ain't nobody stopping her. So, I
wish she was in the round robin.
I really, really do too.
I'd love to see her in the right one again.
And so I think I'm very much excited to see that and be a part of her left hand premiere. I hope it's not a left hand premiere that totally dominates me, but I would be okay with that too, because that just shows how hard she's willing to work for something. So either way, I'm okay, but your girl's not trying to lose either.
I think it's going to go. I think it's going to go the full 5 rounds, but I think you'll take it if you stay with your arm. You got to keep your hand and your arm together. You got to stay up there and not get away from it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very fair.
But I think you'll take her.
That's right. And then Lucky and I are gonna come to awful West Virginia, and we're gonna beat up on Casto. I've yet to meet you. So
I haven't met a lot of people.
that's all right. We're coming. Lucky and I are coming. Well, I'm coming. Lucky's already seen you.
I know. I got to meet her once. It was great.
She talks shit about you all the time. Don't let her lie. We were in Virginia together, and she was like, Casto Vince, like, that old lady. I'm just like, we actually were thinking about shirts. Don't make me get my Casto on you. We had a ball. It was all in compliment to her because we were like, if we
What
ever
was
wanted to.
if I break my arm, I get a cast. If I break my heart, I get a casto.
It's just yeah. If you're mad at somebody, you don't want to get an argument, let's just send Casto on them. Again, don't make me put my Casto on you. We were we had some moments in Virginia.
It was fun. It was very fun.
Yeah, we were super fun. So
Well, very cool. All right, so before we reach the 30-minute mark, thank y'all. So I know we're over the 30-minute mark. Just kidding. All right, because I can't do math apparently.
she is failing our educational
I'm
system.
failing English and math tonight, but it's because I had to put the state test in another format, and it used literally all of my brain cells. So we just gotta go to sleep. I'm actually very proud of myself because I didn't say anything that was to spill the tea. So
all right, well, right before we go then, Casto, when's your next tournament? When are you pulling next, or when are you roughing next?
I'm doing both this weekend at Nationals, IFA Nationals.
All right, are you pulling both arms?
No, absolutely not.
man,
I'll probably
if
just
you
pull,
said yes, I was literally gonna show up. Let's go. I've been trained.
I probably
I
just
haven't done
pull
anything for it. If Castle had said to pull left hand, I'd have been like, forget this weekend's plans. I'm going.
Stephanie's bopping on right when we're done.
Stephanie.
It'll just be probably just be the seniors since I'm reffing.
Okay.
Or the masters.
So okay, this is
and then my tournament will be August the 16th. Don't forget, and it's moving to Morgantown, West Virginia instead of Parkersburg.
Which I think is actually closer to me, so I won't have to go too far into West Virginia.
It is. It is closer to you.
So, women's open weight, right?
She had weight classes last time.
West Virginia?
What are the women's weight classes, or is it open?
0 to 154, 54 and over.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because that's what it was last time.
Okay.
Hey, Stephanie, real quick, how much weight have you lost if you don't mind sharing?
Like 70 pounds, 74 pounds.
We lost the super heavyweight.
Yeah, so we were adding up how much all four of us have lost over the last little bit, and we're at a super heavyweight.
That's awesome.
So
I had you down at 60 because I think that was the last time when we had talked about it. So that's awesome.
Are we closer to Levon? How much does he? Who's right now? What? Who's the big boy? Like, again, we have at least known that we've lost a Belanger on my team. So
what did I miss so far?
We bragged on you, and we talked about your super match and how amazing you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were talking about how proud we are that you didn't go into the strap, you didn't flop wrist, and you just had better transition and everything. Like, your game was on point.
Very much so.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Awesome.
Mm.
I wasn't surprised.
It wasn't a surprise. You've been putting in the work and it showed. So like you said, you've been working hard. You've been practicing every weekend more, you said?
I've
So
been
yeah,
I've been going to tournaments.
there you
That's
go.
awesome.
Yeah.
You ready
So
for the
no
round
surprise.
robin?
The shit sunk in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Arizona and do Bill Collins tournament too
Nice.
When's that?
on the 12th.
April 12th.
Okay.
There's a lot going on all over April 12th.
Yeah.
For real.
So
Well, and
Stephanie
then
will
like the
be
15th is that bicep bash in Las Vegas. Oh, I wish I
Would
could go to that.
really, I think that me and Camille had a super match at that. It would be so awesome.
Agreed.
I don't think she wants to.
Yeah, you two go back and forth. So
I know. But I feel like we would be a crowd draw. Like people would want to see that. Because we're
there you go.
I know. But I think so. Arizona's only a like 2.5 hour drive, so that'll be fine. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
that's perfect.
Yeah, that's easy peasy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. What are you guys doing? What's your next tournament, Lucky?
Round robin.
Oh, yeah, you're being smart. Everybody's like, oh, isn't that so close? I'm thinking about, well, if I thought everything was so close, then I wouldn't have done every single weekend done a tournament.
Listen, and if it's working for your body, you'll know. And if you go to these tournaments and you're just pulling right and you've got a left-handed, round robin, then okay, so be it.
Oh yeah, I did.
So,
I mean, but I'm still pulling. So like for me, like I'm still pulling and practicing. Like I had a big practice that I went to when I got a grip up with three other women. And I mean that was essentially, tournament-esque. And then this past weekend I practiced with a strong woman. A actual strong woman. Not just a woman that was strong. And so, I just, so it's not like I'm like in like hibernation mode, like I'm still working and stuff. It's just it looks different for me because I trained differently for the last round robin, and we also how that turned out. So now I'm training differently for a new one. And
Christine doing the round robin with
You were fairly new to it too, so you're not new to it now. You know what you're coming into.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Are you doing the round robin too, Christina?
She's reffing.
I'm reffing it.
You're not pulling in it?
No, I don't do left-handed.
Oh.
That's her bitch looking hand.
Left is my best. My best hand is my left. So we'll see.
Same.
We'll see.
Whatever. I'm gonna take that left one day. We're not going in the strap. I'm coming back. That's all right.
She's talking to you. That
I
works
am.
for me.
But
I
she's
felt
but she's the first person that I got to get a taste of. So pulling you and getting that little bit is what just pushed me in more. Like it's okay, I've got my losses. I still lost, but like holy crap, now I'm ready to go harder. And then I've got some wins after that now. So like fist bump, bitch.
Feel training in the strap?
I have been training more in the strap and I hate it. Like I'm still bruised from the last time. So, but I'm feeling more
it is
connection.
so much more fun. Plus I feel like everybody's just taking my hand and stuff, and then if I put the strap on, then I can learn so much more.
Well, and that's where that's also proves where the whoever is in the strap, that's where the strength and the power is. The strap don't lie. So I'm gonna learn. But when you're losing all the weight too, you don't have that extra butt to drop stuff back. You have to. We were talking about that, how we've had to adjust different. Your belly fat is gone, so now you're on the table a little bit more. And you're like, why does everything feel weird? It's interesting. So
I don't notice any stuff, but I've been both. So like I started out in the very first year, I cut down to 155 and did the lightweight class, or 154 and did the lightweight class. And then I slowly gained weight. So I've been both sides and I don't feel any different. Like I get some bruises on my stomach, but I'm not feeling like, because I've done it so slow that I didn't have to feel like it's.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Or
My,
maybe
the
you're
only
just
thing is,
so much of a veteran that you're just like a pro at the table, and you don't
nah,
have to
no, no,
adjust
no.
to
That's
anything.
Christina. She's the pro at the table.
I mean, I don't know, like for people like you and I using risers and you were at 98 and the riser was all wobbly for you and you were like, you had to pull without and you still did good. So I
Oh,
thought
I
that
love
was great.
temper tantrum.
The,
I can't.
the riser at Alabama was driving me nuts because I'm so used to a bigger one, like how we're at WSA.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're just like, screw it. You got to be uncomfortable. You just have to
Yeah.
hurry up and just be uncomfortable. Like, you step
I
off,
al-
step off.
A lot of the times at practice, I forget about the riser too.
Yeah.
Or on, so I'm
I
not.
need to do better about practicing without it because, like, I feel like if I ever had to go without, like, I literally would not know what to do. I would, like, literally be, like, pulling myself up onto the table and, like, free floating my feet.
Get on your tiptoes.
Oh, yeah, them Charlie horses kick in.
Size 5 shoes. Like, my foot doesn't go up as high as the riser goes up.
Wait, how tall are you?
Like 5'1.5".
Oh, yeah, you need the riser.
Thank you.
But then again, you could probably be an awesome power lifter by being short. I bet you would be great.
Mhm.
I bet you'd
I
have
mean,
a great.
yeah, like her bench press.
I was a really good power lifter for the 3 months I tried it.
Why not come back? Come back and join us.
Mhm.
Because I like arm wrestling too much.
Yeah.
I don't need another thing.
One too
It
many.
already takes up way too much of my time.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right, well, you have to go back and listen to the show so you can hear all the genuine stuff that we said behind your back. So you'll enjoy it, and
Okay.
it'll hopefully make you
Behind
smile.
your back.
Oh, I was getting Botox and I don't think it even worked. I was like, I have to renew my driver's license. And my picture is so old. I'm like, man, I'm going to use my credit card and get some Botox today.
What?
He said that my wrinkles were so deep, I'd probably have to come back every 3 months until I kind of slowly like get better.
Those are your smile wrinkles. Man, come on. Every time you smile, they
I know. Well, okay. Well, I tried. Next, I'm going to try makeup.
That's what bangs are for.
oh my God, like I can't. I like.
Or, you know what's
Mine
even
are so
cheap,
thin.
right? What's even, if you don't want to go the bangs route, go to like Walmart and get that Pastomate that you use to make like
I'll just do whatever makes you happy.
There you
And then
go.
put foundation over it.
Get some
Whatever
putty.
makes you
Get some
happy.
silly
We're gonna
putty and just
tape
pack it in
Tape
there.
it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what people do sometimes. They just taper it back and then they got that little thread and then before you know it, I've seen people do their makeup.
There
Or
you
you
go.
just take pictures of yourself like this.
Not at
I
the
don't
DMV.
think the DMV is gonna let her do that. Be like,
Yeah.
hey DMV, can I get a better angle?
It's all good. If Botox makes you feel happy, I heard it's really good for migraines. So
Yes.
if you already get headaches and you're doing it, I heard Botox is amazing for migraines.
Well, I haven't had Botox in like 3 years. And even that time I went in, I got like the less than I should have gotten. And it probably was just to make me think I was going to be looking better. It didn't matter.
It gave you the placebo effect.
Yeah, it was the placebo. But if I really cared then, I would have quit tanning because I was a tanning bed addict for a long time. When I did bodybuilding, I just loved I think how much better my skin would be if I didn't just sit in the tanning bed every single day and lay out at the pool every single day. The pool for hours and then hit the tanning bed. I'm sure it took a lot of years that I could have looked younger.
I think your face, like via screen, honey, your skin looks great from here. It really does.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have acne. That's scary.
Facts.
What?
I got one right there.
You got a chin hair with it too, Casto? Gotta love those.
Yes, she's frozen. He's frozen like that.
Lady hair trying to pop through.
What a fun. I'm really glad we can come on and just kind of talk. Like this is more fun than like having like a regimented interview. But
I
I mean,
agree. It breaks up.
Thanks.
well, I'm not saying
Well,
the interview is bad
That's
because you were just
fine.
getting to know people,
Yeah.
but
this is like
Well,
a
that's
like
why,
a we'll check in.
that's why I want to start doing this a little bit. Like, maybe not every week, but occasionally, so we could actually just talk about stuff that's happening in the arm wrestling world as far as the female side, but it's not taken away from like a guest, and they're not like sitting there being like,
yeah,
I thought this was about me.
yeah, that's what
So,
that's what I mean. Like I felt like
yeah,
we needed something like this.
I
yeah,
agree.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I agree.
We get to talk quickly about like the matches over the weekends, more like the super matches that are coming, highlight a little bit about that. Cause we can only like pop that in, but so much when we have a guest, cause we really want to focus more on them as well.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Well, there's one thing that it's been on my mind that I've been thinking about, and it's not just me. I think it's some of the other ladies that I realize that like it's really fun, like the idea of the 98%, but that the top 2% are elite. And I feel like there a lot of the ladies have been not thinking that they wanted to be the top ladies, to put in the work and to do what it was, and that it's more of a hobby, and that if they took it a little bit more serious or did it training in a different way, then it would take away the joy of it. And I honestly, myself personally, okay, I love competition. I love pulling in tournaments. I love competing in all the strength events and stuff like that. But this weekend when I had to go defend my title, when like it wasn't until like I was actually on my way to the event that I was getting that intense feeling, that feeling that you would get maybe if you're about to do your squat opener at the powerlifting meet, that you're kind of breathing right, you're getting your mind right, you're about to go up. And the thing for me was that I was about to pull somebody who I'd never pulled before, and there was a lot of pressure on me and the buildup of the match that I needed to perform. And just that in itself has the feeling of that is, if you guys have not felt it before, it's different. And it's not that it's taking away from it, but because it went my way, then I'm still happy. But if I have lived under that pressure all the time, I don't believe I would like it that much. But if that was what I was training for, and Christy is trying to make us laugh over here, but I'm like, if that's what I was training for, if that's what I put everything in on that, like if I quit all the other training and things I was doing and I was only focusing on arm wrestling, then that would be what I was signing up for and what I was preparing for. But I know that I'm just not me, because I talked to other ladies specifically about this, and they were also feeling like they did not, like other people were trying to push them so like it could be the top one, and that they liked it more as a hobby. And I'm not saying that it's bad or that I even feel that way about myself, but I do feel like I have not pushed myself to even come close to my full potential. I know what it takes to work hard. I've been around people who are elite, like even my daughter who is elite in powerlifting, like training at a gym for many years with people who are world record holders in powerlifting. I know what it takes to put the work in for your diet, your sleep, your stress. Don't go out and drink with your friends. You focus on this. I know what it takes. And it's not that I'm not trying to do that for arm wrestling. It's just that I've kind of got spread out into all the different sports. Like I really love lifting and the strict curl right now, that I'm excited for the Worlds at CT's gym in May. And but for arm wrestling, I don't know when that's going to be for me. And I do look up to Danielle, and I seen her like do all the sports. And now that she's really focusing on arm wrestling, let's see where it takes her. And maybe that would be something we could have her on and talk to her about. It, like,
that's awesome.
Inspire the other ladies, like, hey, so you've stopped doing the strength sports and you're doing them just for fun, but now you're really focusing on arm wrestling. How's that going for you? What are the ups and downs of it? What would you encourage us to be like? But I feel like, I don't know, if we were in a world where we were each really rich and only thing we had to do was train, imagine where we would all be, because we could just pick and choose what we wanted to do. Nobody had to go to work and all you could do is just train. It would be so much different. So anyway, that was my
I deadlift my students. That's how I
So that
Stephanie, I just think that's absolutely wonderful. I think that's something that we miss about women, or maybe that's probably why we can't get them to pull, because we probably want them to come in and go hard and go home, you know. But maybe they just want to do it as a hobby, and that's great. And we need to highlight that as well. The hobby, the people who probably just want to sit and do nationals, and the people who want to do nationals in East versus West, like. I think that's great. And I think talking about, because they'll even tell you bodybuilders, some people will go like, I will never do it again. That is something that is literally 24/7, your life. You have no social life. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to cut it off. Are you willing? That's why there's the difference between an elite and just another athlete. Are you willing to turn the world off to achieve your success? And if you are, awesome. And everybody thinks sometimes elite athletes are rude, assholes or stuff. They're not. You cannot get mad at somebody because their success path looks different than yours, and vice versa. Elite athlete cannot get mad at hobby pullers, you know, because both are helping the sport.
I know what it takes, and that it's not that I wouldn't even be willing or unwilling to do it. It's just that at this time in my life, that's not what I'm doing. I believe that I have the mindset and the mental strength to do anything I put my mind to that I would like to do, even though I'm almost ready for my senior citizen discount. You know what I mean?
I know, I totally get it, because it's like, all right, I found this sport in my 40s, and like, where do I think I'm gonna go with it? And I'm like, I'm gonna go as high as I can and as high as I want to go, because
Yeah.
women
Yeah,
in
yeah.
their 40s, Nancy Nation, going in and running world tires. So age is nothing.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who are just finally turning their lives around at 40, whether they're finding Jesus, whether they're finding weight loss, whether they're finding new spirituality. 40 feels like 40 is the turning point. It used to be the midlife crisis point, but it feels like it's the turning point to finding your joy.
That's nice.
So
So
there's
you're
no
lucky
more
catch
midlife
up.
crisis.
Lucky you're not happy until you're in your 40s, okay?
Oh my God. On my 40th birthday, I was big and pregnant.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't put that out there.
It's true. It's true. I'm just telling you, pregnant on my
No,
40th.
I mean like I don't mean for like you. I mean like I don't need that energy.
I guess it depends on if you want to try it or not. I don't know.
I mean, I think too, who you pull with is the mentality of it. I don't even know how to describe. I say this every now and then. I'm the only girl on the team, but I don't always feel like the girl. And I'm around men who are older than me and younger than me, and I have such a better outlook on life and myself and an empathy for the world. And I don't know, I'm just a happier person because I am with Carolina Chaos. I can't describe what those men really do for me.
That's what I say about my whole team, because I'm the only girl, and if I needed to talk to any one of them, I could just text them and talk to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I can confide in these guys. I talk to them, and it's amazing. And a man will give it back to you even more and tell you their secrets or what their insecurities are. And it's just like, what? I feel even more secure. I'm more healthy as a person. So, yeah. And again, we're talking about guys who are like, shit, I think Ethan and Hunter might be the youngest. So you're like low 20s and then to in the 50s. So, I mean, I'm still learning from young men and admiring them, you know. So it's amazing to see athletes who've been doing it for a few years and athletes that are coming in, and I'm like right in the middle, just finding it. So I'm nestled in really good, and I mean, I love it. I will say this: arm wrestling has saved my life. So before I found it, depression was kicking in. I was becoming suicidal again. I was just unhappy. I really was. And I went and found arm wrestling. And then I was playing with it, digging with it. And then I finally committed to going to practice more and more. And the stress that was going on in my life and the worryship, it just kept going smaller and smaller and getting less and less because I was
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I do feel at a good point, arm wrestling has helped save me, through my hardships.
For sure. Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of.
I'm gonna start crying here in a minute.
I'm gonna distract you by saying that these 2 days have actually been pretty special because yesterday was my meet-iversary with Amanda and Scarlett, where the 3 of us met for the first time face to face, and then today is Mike and my meet-iversary for 2 years. So even though I didn't start arm wrestling until a few months after we met face to face, it's kind of interesting how like this time right now, especially gearing up for the round robin, having the motivation of like, these are my people and this is my crew and these are my squads. And, Mike has been instrumental, obviously, in changing my life. And you ladies have been amazing aspects of my life of just really getting to me into a good spot where I'm going into this, round robin a completely different person, but outside of arm wrestling, I feel like a completely different person as well too, because I'm actually caring about myself for the first time in a really long time.
Yeah.
So.
I love it that we have our
It's gonna be
weight
tea
journey
time for tearing up Tuesday.
Right?
It's awesome.
I think, that's maybe something too. Again, this is supposed to be about talking about the positive aspects and maybe us taking some time to praise one another and what we're giving back to each other, or even if it's to our teammates. Stop it, Casto. I see you wiping tears. I mean, again, and sometimes I'm going to put this out here. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but I hated being around women for a very long time because we're very judgmental. And then I did CrossFit and I was like, oh my God, I think I'm going to start liking women again because women were cheering me on. I was a heavy person with thin women and I'm afraid to wear shorts in the gym. And they're like, bitch, show up in shorts. We don't care. We got you. So I started having better, healthy relationships with women. But, again, it digressed with men. So I have both now, So, yeah.
Do you ever go to different practices? Go to the one practice.
I only practice with my team. I will go to a practice like and watch and everything, but I only practice with my team. And this is not meant to be disrespectful, but look at it in a reality of way. There's no woman
I know what you're gonna say.
there's no woman that is stronger than the men on my team. And I'm gonna get just as much practice with the variations of their hands. So when a woman whose hand is bigger than mine takes me, which one did, and she even was lighter weight because her hand's bigger than mine. Damn it, and I wasn't ready. So they're getting me there. Prior to making to the team, I definitely would have like this, but now I'm like on the team, and again, it's not an insult. If anybody knows Carolina Chaos, like they're the best. This is Chad Silvers. We've got Sean Gillespie. We've got Matt Harris. They've been doing it for over 30 years, and they still come up and they teach us, and help us and guide us. And Hunter's been on the main stage, and Adam's been on the main stage, and Belanger's been on the main stage, so that's gonna help me get the world and I'm gonna hopefully be taking my little trip to Bulgaria because that's my next one is May 17th. And if I don't get it this year, I'm gonna get it next year.
Woo woo, you got it.
It's actually kind of cool. I never thought I wanted to do weight classes. Like, I'm so happy I don't have to weigh in. Chad's like, I think you should do this. And then boom, I started doing it and I feel better. And I'm like, oh my God, it actually feels good to go weigh in and like be at this level, that you started training at. So not only do I get to go compete at this weight class that I'm maintaining, I get to compete in an age class too. So I know there's more of an equal playing field. So I like that. And then I also get to do amateurs because I'm still a newbie.
Yeah.
So
I like their weight classes a little better.
Tell an IFA.
I just like seeing more weight classes anyway. So it's cool that Hancock's doing that too with Vegas. So hopefully to be able to see that. Because that was one thing too, Chad said, like the 176 for women, there's not a lot of it, but when there is, go to it.
Yeah.
So
I was so glad they had that at Winter Blast. Like, I'm so glad to make that weight class because I would have had to pull Sarah Backman and Sarah Wilson.
right, like you still want
But
to,
but I got third place anyway.
So what's your weight, right? That's another thing. We women don't like to talk about our weight. Have y'all ever noticed that? And Knuckles Up, that they do not put the weight for the women, and I don't know if that's what the women want, hey, kudos to you. But I wouldn't have cared, and that took a while. Like, I think women, we look at weight differently.
So I barely ate at Winter Blast, and then I didn't even weigh myself at home until the day before, and it said 178. And then when I went to my super match and I stepped on the scale at the event, it said I was 185. So I think each scale is different. Plus, I did have like 2 cheat days on my meal plan, but not like a whole like, I mean, I ate a bag of the peanut butter covered pretzels and they were so good. I just couldn't stop. I ate the whole thing.
You fed your body. Your body wanted it, and you fed it. It all
I did.
what
I
it
totally
is.
did.
You got to remember, but when you travel, I don't know if you're flying or something, but when you're traveling, your body changes, especially when you go in a different country. Your mass will go up or down.
Oh,
so what you weigh here is not going to what you're going to be weighing in Thailand. Okay.
Yeah. I prepared for going to the East Coast though. I put my food together and I froze my proteins and I put them in a cooler with ice packs, which you can get that through at the airport. So by the time I got there, I could just go straight in the fridge and I put all my meat in the fridge and
nice.
Just went up to the room and got my food when it was time to eat.
So you're floating between like 178 and 185?
What depends on the scale. I think I need to get a new scale. I have an old fashioned bathroom scale. I think I should just go buy a new digital one.
Take a weight, take a 20-pound weight and put it on there. Yeah. And it should weigh 20 pounds. If it's not equaling out to 20 pounds, then calibrate it that way.
It's also different. Like when you wake up first thing in the morning and then you go pee and you step on the scale, then when you've already ate all your food and then you're at the event and you have your clothes on, the only thing you took off is your shoes. That makes a difference.
For sure. I actually get up, I get up, go to the bathroom, and I actually don't weigh myself for like a couple of more hours. I don't eat, like I'll drink my water with my medicine, like it's probably like a sip. And then I settle down because you're still kind of inflamed. So I let my body relax and then I weigh butt naked and go from there. So I'm sitting at 170 right now. I want to get to 165 and then have that work on that muscle gain and to sit at 176. So, but it's actually been nice. I've stayed between 170 and 172 for like a month now. So I've never set at a number like this. It's always like, oh, I'm going to be 5 pounds up one day, 10 pounds another, then down 2. I've just never kind of floated in a 3-digit number for so long. Just it's kind of nice.
I think I'm gonna have to actually do some cardio if I want to make it to 145.
So as soon as you're done eating, you could always just go for a walk, like 15 minutes, just for 15 minutes. As soon as you're done eating,
I can't walk because of my feet. Remember?
That's right. So you have your cycling, so you can do that, and you just need to do 15 minutes, and it doesn't need to typically be strenuous. It will also just help cardiovascular.
Yeah. I should get one of those arm bikes. Can you guys see me doing that?
But if I was just like your rower.
I
Yeah.
hate the upside down bike. Mike is making, and I mean, it is amazing as far as like getting blood everywhere. You need to have blood. Every arm wrestle, again, it's like the status stuff. Every arm wrestle should be using it. Every arm wrestle should be doing it. But I sit on that stupid bike and I get so bored, and I go for 10, 15 minutes and I just want to cry. It's awful.
I have like a mini version of an assault bike. Dude, it's my
Oh.
ass cheeks. I have to kind of stand and go up, and like I have to do like 45 minutes, and it's just like my booty. And then sometimes I'm just gonna do my arm, and then I'm just gonna let my legs work it. Like it's the butt. And I feel like with shit, we doing stairs. First like 2 minutes, I'm like, God, it feels like it's 30. Am I done yet? And it's only been like 5. So stairs makes me feel like I'm dying.
Carousel yawning. I got school. This was supposed to be 10 minutes.
All right,
This was
ladies,
fun.
have a good evening.
Okay.
All right, we'll have to put a timer countdown.
Wait,
next
are we
time.
are we on live right now?
Yeah, I can take us off though. Give me 2 seconds. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to our our totally more than 10-minute tea time.
We're women. We're never right. We never
But
stick to schedule.
give me 2 seconds. I want to play our outro because we're all here.
Sisters in arms until the end. We are the lucky ones, strong as steel. With every grip, our power is real. In every fight, we find our call. Hearts of fire will never fall.
Oh my God, I love it.
I do too. It's such a good picture.